Let's go ahead and check. Oh my gosh. Wow, a lot more actual dirt than I thought was in these.
At Home with Lucas here. So today we're gonna be talking about EUREKA Carpet and Upholstery Cleaner. Yes, people, I got my hands on this amazing lightweight portable machine by EUREKA. This thing has the ability to potentially pull up the toughest stains with their solution and the suction of this beast. This thing also has 2 clear tanks on it, so you're gonna be able to see exactly what's happening inside. You're gonna see the clean water and the dirty water, so you don't have to wonder how much clean water do I have, how many more minutes before my dirty water is full and I have to go dump the tank. So that is really, really awesome. The clear tanks are gonna make a huge difference. It also has a very, very long cord, so you're gonna be able to plug it in downstairs, take it all the way up those stairs without having to unplug it and plug it in somewhere else. It also has a really long hose on it, 5.5 feet. That was one of the standout features that I really, really liked, because I don't like buying a portable machine and then having like a 3-foot hose. That makes it really, really annoying. So this is awesome. It also has an amazing design to it, so it looks very catching to the eye. I really like that. The first thing I saw was the way it looked. I said that is something that's really, really cool. It's compact, so you're gonna be able to put this in your cabinet, you're gonna be able to put it in your closet, you're gonna be able to put it in the back of your car if you need to store it. So this thing has a little bit of everything up its sleeve, and I really think this could be the best portable vacuum out there, but we won't know until the very end of this video. So in this video, we're doing a hands-on with the box, quick unboxing and first impressions on said EUREKA portable vacuum. After that, I'm gonna be putting this bad boy to the at-home Lucas test to figure out, is it something you should buy or maybe skip altogether? I'm here for you, so don't have to waste your time buying or returning. All right, let's go ahead and jump into it. Okay, this is the EUREKA Portable Carpet and Upholstery Cleaner. There's an image of what's to come in the box, looking really sleek. These are all the functionalities of it right here. 2-year warranty, that is really, really awesome. Let's go ahead and get inside this box. All right, and there we go. So the first thing that I noticed right off the bat is that these tanks are way smaller in person than they looked like in the photo. The whole thing is much, much smaller than I thought it was gonna be. I thought it was gonna be a little bit bigger than this, but I do like the compact size. They give you this very large spot and stain cleaner. Go and walk around this bad boy right quick. So up the front here, you have a really nice handle. You can pick the whole thing up. It probably weighs like it maybe 7-8 pounds. You have a really nice on-off switch right here. Very vivid and easy to read clean tank over here. That comes off really easily. And I like how it sits inside of here. So it sits in there. It's not like it has to like line up to fit like that and just stop. It actually goes all the way down in, so that's really nice, keeping it really secured in there. Slot that back in, so you got your very vivid dirty water right there. I like that you can just look and see exactly what's going on. That's really nice. Let's flip it around to the back. Very lightweight. You have your little clip right here to hold this on. I don't know how long that clip is gonna last in terms of how strong it's gonna be. It feels a little bit on the flimsy side. And then you have your cord hook. I've never seen a hook. And I went with this one because it had a long hose on it. So that was definitely a selling point for me personally. I definitely want to be able to have this thing sitting down and not have to hold it in the hand the whole time. So here is the suction scrubby brush part of it right here. I do like that you can see very clearly what's going on in there, and you have your trigger down here. All right, so there we go. First impressions, it's definitely smaller than I thought it was gonna be, which is actually really nice. All right, so my boy can pick it up, no problem. Let's go and walk to the chair, Bubby. In there, let's walk to the chair. Yeah, he can pick that up, no problem. So you're not gonna have to worry about this thing being too heavy. Okay, this is really cool. You have your small area right here, and it says use 2 capfuls, and then you have your large area, use 5 capfuls. That is actually really intuitive and really cool. So let's go ahead and load this up and get a clean in.
Okay, that was definitely a good first use. I feel like I got this chair pretty cleaned. I can do a lot more, but for the first use, I'm really impressed. I like the fact that I can see the water going through here. I kind of wish maybe it was more clear. I don't know. I kind of wish the whole part right here was clear, because when you're going this way, you can't really see what's going on up here. So you find yourself bending and looking forward to try to see what's happening. So kind of wish this whole part could have been completely clear. That would have been absolutely amazing. And I felt like the suction, you had to find the exact right pressure and speed to get it to actually work really well, and the right tilt. So you don't want it tilted too far and not too far this way. So yeah, definitely on the interesting side. Not the best of the best. Let's take a look at the dirty water. Okay, so that's actually a lot of water for a small chair, and it's very dirty. Hopefully it doesn't gross anyone out, but that is straight from the chair. So this thing definitely does a good job of putting down a lot more water than it actually sucks up. So first impressions, first use, I'm liking it. Let's keep on going. Okay, so we have this area rug in our entryway, and there's a couple spots on it that are just a little bit funky, and it's kind of a thin rug, so I don't want to put a full carpet cleaner on it. So I'm actually going to run this and try to do some quick spot cleaning. Okay, so I did a pretty good job on this rug. It's very thin though, and it still leaves everything really damp. So you're definitely gonna wanna come back, put a towel on top. So the suction power of this is decent, it's just not the best. All right, let's put this to the auto test. So we have a bunch of milk spilled back here. Wow, okay, I think this is the best car upholstery cleaner I've ever used. It doesn't have the best suction, but this scrubber down here is absolutely amazing on the seats. Like, it really did a great job, and the ability to really soak with this sprayer right here, you could soak it so well. That is absolutely amazing. 5 out of 5 stars for the auto test for sure. Let's go ahead and check. Oh my gosh. Wow, a lot more actual dirt than I thought was in these seats right here. That is absolutely amazing. I've been using this for long enough that I think of a full star rating. So let's start off with the suction. So I'm gonna give the suction a 3 out of 5. I'm gonna say that for some things, it's gonna work really well. If we check our dirty water tank, it did pull in a decent amount, but not a huge amount compared to how much I'm actually spraying out of here. So I'm spraying a lot and it's not sucking up nearly as much. So you're gonna find yourself dealing with pretty damp if not wet carpet. So it's definitely one of those things where for some carpet, for some material, this thing is gonna work great. All in all, I'm gonna say that it is a great small handheld unit. The cord management is pretty terrible. I wish it had a auto recoil so you would pull it and it would just suck right back in. That would be absolutely amazing. The hose management is not the best. You have to wrap it around and get it perfect before you can get it locked in. So all in all, I'm gonna say that this thing is potentially something that could work really well for you, but for other people, it might be something that you're a little bit annoyed with and you wanna return. So I'm gonna give this thing a solid 4-star rating out of 5. Buy it if you know what you're buying and you want this, or skip it and go with something else.
All right, there you go. That is the EUREKA portable upholstery carpet cleaner. Hopefully you enjoyed this video. If you did, definitely click that like button. If you want to join the Adam Lucas family and you want to be a part of this crew, smash that subscribe button and I'll catch you guys in the next one. Bye-bye.